Welcome to Calihan Hall as we are set for Port Huron Northern and Detroit Novi Catholic Central here for our third game of 5 games and part of the 5th annual CHSL MAC Calihan Challenge. Good afternoon, everybody from Detroit. My name is Chad Bush alongside Scott Bernstein. Glad to be with you on the Prep's coverage of this fine Calihan Challenge. CC and the Huskies of Port Huron Northern. Catholic Central comes in number 10 in our top 11 poll, Scott. There's a good reason why. They've got a trio of talented kids and much, much more.
Yeah, Catholic Central is a nice mix of young and old and guys that have cut their teeth in the Catholic League over the last couple of years and have built a reputation for themselves. Cooper Craggs, I'm referring to the inside-outside dynamo, 6'8", committed to or signed to Oakland University, and then you got the sophomore sensation backcourt of Chaz Lewis and TJ Nadeau. And then you got Cam Mays, a guy that has not been healthy for his whole high school career, finally healthy this year, starting at the 3 spot and giving them some really good minutes. You go over to Port Huron Northern, they might have the number 1 player in the whole MAC conference in Tyler Jamison, at least in terms of a college recruit.
Let's talk about the starters. Ryan Collins gets the nod at one of the shooting guard spots. The point guard is indeed Tyler Jamison, 4.6 GPA, one of the best guards and wings in the state. Malachi Mitchell at one of the forward spots, along with Charles Dunkel, the center, at 6'6". And Evan DeLong rounds out the starting 5 for Brian Jamison, the longest tenured head coach in the MAC in his 23rd season. And he had his best year, 22 wins in 2000-2001. And he's a guy that is looking forward to leading this program. We'll take a timeout, and we'll come back and meet Detroit Catholic Central starting lineup. We're getting set for Port Huron Northern and Detroit Catholic Central, number 10 in the Prep Top 11. 2 games in the books, 1 more to come, and 2 more to follow. We're back after these.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so that interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
Carry number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Let's meet the starters from Detroit Catholic Central, the Shamrocks, who lost yesterday. Chaz Lewis is the starter at the guard spot. A very good point guard, floor general, and just a sophomore. TJ Nadeau. Let me try that again. 6'5" sophomore, very gifted offensively beyond his years, 3-point shooter, and a Division I prospect, no doubt. And Cam Mays is a guy that also is a guard with good size, 6'5". Really the wild card to this lineup this year. Brady Hewer is one of the forwards for Brandon Sanawi and the Shamrocks. And an energy guy with long arms, 6'3". Cooper Craggs is their top player, the senior, the commit to Oakland University, 4-year varsity player, 3-year starter, 6'8", 235, a guy that can do it inside, outside.
Best inside-outside threat in Metro Detroit.
How about that? And no one's going to argue with that. And he is rounds out the starting 5. Brandon Sanawi is the head coach in his 4th year. The former Farmington Harrison grad of 99, and the former assistant under Bill Dyer, who is also the former Catholic Central head coach back when
he was assistant with Dyer at Stevenson.
At Stevenson, that is correct, and would later take the job. CC got off to a fast start on Tuesday. They knocked off DEPSA 62-51 in that game. They lost last night in a good game to Detroit King 52-45 in the contest, and here they are on back-to-backers as well against Port Huron Northern, led by Tyler Jamison, a kid that's going to play point guard and the coach's son, but no daddy ball here. I mean, this is a kid that's one of the best players in the state. And he's got a supporting cast, but his numbers are gaudy, Scott. 25 points a game, 11 rebounds a game last year to go with 6.5 times.
Yeah, they're going to have to really focus their defense on limiting Tyler Jamison's looks and opportunities. But look for Cam Mays to get that assignment. And like I said, you said he's the wild card, a guy that hasn't really been healthy the last couple of years. Finally, is 100% and is looking really good on the wing.
He is. Craggs to jump it up against Tyler Jamison. And CC wins it in the gray uniforms. Kick out left wing, Brady Hewer for 3. That's short, and the rebound ripped off by Evan DeLong, the second leading returning scorer for the Huskies at Port Huron Northern. They won the MAC Gold in 2020. Second in the MAC Blue last year to Lakeshore, the team we saw before this. There's a steal nearly by Craggs as he hits the deck. Going to play for Greg Campy, at Oakland next year.
He is like right in Campy's wheelhouse, the type of kids he likes.
Sure is.
Tough, gritty kids that can shoot the 3.
Port Huron Northern attacks right of the lane. Short corner jump shot up and good. And that's Tyler Jamison. Attack mode all the time. Kid that can play all 5 spots, but we'll see him at the point guard a lot today, Bernie.
Yeah, he kind of plays a point forward. Because he's about 6'4".
Chaz Lulis off the bounce, misses the shot. And Cooper Craggs right there for the lay-in. And we're tied at 2 with 1 minute gone by in this game. Jamison across the timeline, behind the back, lost it. Picked off. Back the other way is Lulis. Dishes and the lay-in from Cam Mays. And you see the distribution there and the willingness of the passer.
Great vision there by Chaz Lulis.
It's a man-to-man defense for Brandon Sanawi, the head coach.
He doesn't play a lot of zone.
No, he does not. He believes in tough, hard-nosed defense and says, hey, look, our guys trust that they'll get some help. There's a shot rejected. There's some help right there. Going up to try to get the shot was Dunkel.
Cam Mays is not on my watch.
Understandably so. Kind of a roll guy high on the right with it. Brady Hewer, the senior. Craggs on the wing.
Cooper can back you down.
Double team him. Doesn't matter. Lays it in. 6-2, Shamrocks up by 4.
He's bodying his defenders.
Got a good-sized body. Cooper Craggs, 6'8", 235.
Shamrock foul on the floor, number 22.
Foul on the floor, and that goes on TJ Nadeau, also a sophomore. It's 2 sophomores and 3 seniors in the starting lineup for Brandon Sanawi, who came over from Novi High School 4 years ago.
He had a great run on the bench at Novi High School. Took him to the Final Four.
Yeah.
First ever Final Four appearance for that school. And I believe he won 4 or 5 straight districts.
Okay.
And sent, I want to say, 4 or 5 kids to Division I basketball. And that's not the norm at Novi High School.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
And it's breathing new life into the Shamrocks program, just like Rick Palmer and Johnny Jokai at Brother Rice de La Salle. Respected.
Nadeau's three-pointer no good. Back the other way. Tyler Jamison wastes no time. His dad, was not wanting to talk about him. I'll be clear. And finally I said, hey, you got to tell me about your best player. He says, well, that's my son. Jump shot Mays, no good. I said, I don't care. You still got to tell me about him. There's 3 other coaches from the MAC that have sons who are playing. Three-pointer off the mark. So far, he's passed the sniff test. Left corner, 3-ball on the way. Brady Huron. And CC is all over the offensive glass. And Mays dish to Craggs is going to force a Northern timeout.
Active on the glass. Just getting after it, fighting for second opportunities, and then taking advantage.
8-4, CC on top. 4 points in the game for Cooper Craggs. And, you know, you look at Detroit Catholic Central and what they've had, and look, this is a basketball program that's sort of taken a back seat to some of the other schools. You talked about Rick Palmer at Brother Rice, but, I mean, Brandon Sanawi is doing the same thing with Catholic Central.
Yeah.
A school of 1,866 kids, 4-8 last year, bit of a misleading record. And look at their proud hoop alum, Stan Heath, who's in the house today. Proud 83 grad, back on the breakfast drive days. Former Big East and MAC Coach of the Year. He's in the house, currently leading Eastern Michigan, who won last night against Florida International in a 4-overtime game. 8-4 Shamrocks over the Huskies. Stan Heath also coaching in the G League with the Lakeland Magic. Game 3 of 5 games. Are you ready, Bernie? Do you need some coffee?
No, this is what I dream of. This is the kind of stuff that keeps me up at night, anticipating.
Oh, I love it. Cooper Craggs flying down the baseline, glasses it in, but it's a foul on the floor. It's a solid find from Lulis.
So last year's record was deceiving because Craggs missed, I want to say, a majority of the regular season, or at least half the regular season. Craggs was not on the floor.
Okay. I recall that. Lulis finds Craggs in the paint. He lays it in.
He's having a field day right now.
6 points for Cooper. Make it 8 points, rather. Topside 3 on the way by Malachi Mitchell, no good. Hewer ahead. Lulis with the layup. Really likes Chaz Lewis, just a sophomore. MAC level interest right now, but high majors are on the radar. Block shot down low, and Mays rips it away. Here come the Shamrocks leading by 8. Mays to the whole left hand. Glasser good. Timeout, Port Huron Northern.
You can already see the contributions that Cam Mays is making for this team. Coach Sanawi was real high on him when I talked to him before the season started. Obviously, no one knows who he is because he hasn't played varsity basketball, or he's been on the team but hasn't made it onto the floor until this year because of, like we said, the injuries. But he does it on both sides of the ball, very active on defense, and then is finishing on the break.
Gifted finisher, 6'5", built well. You're right. First year of varsity hoops action. Was injured before. Let's take a look at Port Huron Northern and the Huskies. MAC Blue, Division I, 1,221 students, a rather smallish MAC school, and they've been matched up in the regionals and districts, I should say, with some larger schools. A bit of a tough challenge for them in their district. They also went against Pontiac Northern back in the historic year of 2000-2001 when they won 22 games. 9-4 last year. You recall that game or that team?
They lost to the Northern, the first of the 2 state championships. The
Lester
repeat.
Abrams team.
01-02, yeah.
That's right. Good
with
call.
Abram and Ponder, and I believe Ricky Morgan was the point guard on the first team.
I think you're right.
And then he was the only one that graduated. And then they won it a second year.
I knew you'd remember that.
Back-to-back Class A state championships for Pontiac Northern.
How about it? Shamrocks by 10. It's their largest lead. Lulis will lead them across the timeline. Chaz Lulis, just a sophomore. Down low, right block lay-in, counted and a foul. That's coming off the hot right hand. Number 10, Josh Ross off the bench at 6'5", a sixth man with some nice offensive touch around the basket. Hey, look, he might play Division II basketball, and he's coming off the pine.
Yeah, you know what? He was slated to start. He might be a guy that kind of spot starts. But, again, just a blood, sweat, and tears guy.
Misses the free throw. As we head back the other way, Shamrocks by 12, their largest lead. Huskies have been limited to just 4 points, all coming by way of the same player. And their top player and returning scorer Tyler Jamison. Craggs with the steal. Down the boulevard and picking up the loose change rebound and scoring back-to-back buckets is Josh Ross. Energy guy. Coach Brandonson always says he's kind of like a Rodman type guy, energy guy. Runs the floor.
Look at what number he's wearing.
How about that?
He's wearing number 10.
Right on. Pocket right 3. Northern needed it bad, and it spit out.
For those that don't know, that was Dennis Rodman's number when he was with the Pistons.
Mays no look to Cooper Craggs and double C's.
They're putting on a show in the transition right now.
With double digits. He has 10, and the Shamrocks are their largest lead of 16. They are putting on a clinic. Catholic Central's athletic director is Aaron Babbitts. Ed Turek, the president. Principal is Father Patrick Fulton. Oh. Shot missed short. Jamison on the run. He has a 3-on-2 against Craggs. Throws it up off the glass. Counted it a foul.
Great finish by Tyler Jamison.
Tyler Jamison takes it to the hoop, count the basket, and he's fouled.
Great finish through contact. And this is what we came to see. The Tyler Jamison show. He's doing it here against a big-time talent.
Yeah. And you get a foul on Craggs, so it's like, 2 for the price of 1 there. Send Craggs to the bench.
Jamison's parents both teach at Port Huron Northern High School. His dad, who's the head basketball coach, Brian, and he was his math teacher. He had his mom and his dad in consecutive years in school at Port Huron Northern teaching him. And I said, well, how'd he do? He said, well, the kid's a 4.6. So I was fair with him, of course, but he's just a straight A student. I hate to say it. Mom and dad. Mom teaches, mom and dad teach different things. Math. And mom, Anna, teaches bio.
In my experience, the kids that had the parents as the teachers actually had it worse.
Oh, no doubt.
Like, it wasn't like the teachers weren't like sliding them through or being easier on them. The teachers were being harder on them.
Mace for 3, dead spot right, no. But again, it's Cam coming in to create chaos. Rather, Josh Ross, my bad. There's a foul on the near sideline. It's rare to hear of a teacher's kid that isn't a good student, but 4.6. I mean, that's like AP stuff in acing AP classes, and kudos to the student athlete, Tyler Jamison.
I don't think prospects or recruits understand really how important it is to stay on top of your studies. And no one says that you got to be a 4.6 student, but you have to be competent in the classroom.
That's right.
Or you're going to eliminate your opportunities.
Yeah, and it can take you from a fringe Division I player to a Division, right?
Yep.
Look, these schools want kids that can play and can help that grade point average. There's a lay-in for Tyler Jamison, who has all 9 of the Husky points, or 8 of the 9, rather.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
That was some wow factor. That finger roll, George Gervin style.
George Gervin honored at Eastern Michigan yesterday.
They named the building after him?
They named, I believe, a portion of it.
The Iceman. For some reason, I feel like the narrative of the Iceman being from Detroit kind of gets lost. People talk about all the great basketball players from the state of Michigan, the city of Detroit. For whatever reason, George Gervin is not the first name that comes off, or isn't even probably the first couple of names that.
No, he gets overlooked. Right. He certainly gets overlooked.
People forget because his time in college at Eastern was
short. And the fight and the punch and the whole deal.
That was Tom Janovich.
He was involved in a punch as well. Not that punch, but another one. Jamison lay in good. 11-point lead for the Shamrocks. I'll double check on that. He might be right. I certainly wouldn't want to. And listen, I've met George Gervin. I think he's a great man. And
I didn't think he had any off-the-court issues. I think it was just he didn't play his pro career.
It wasn't necessarily an off-the-court issue. I think it was a court thing that's on the court, basketball court, that is.
Okay.
I'm not sure. We'll have to double check that. Nadeau for 3 at the buzzer, off the mark. Shamrocks 22, Huskies 11 at the end of the first quarter. This is the 5th annual CHSL Mac Calihan Challenge. Chad Bush and Scott Bernstein with you from venerable Calihan Hall. Thanks for hanging out. We're the Prep.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Game 3 is upon us, and here we are, 2 full games and a quarter in the books. What do you think of the Shamrocks, ranked 10th in our rankings?
Well, Catholic Central looks great right now. Port Huron needs to tighten up that defense. You can't give up 22 points in a quarter and expect to win basketball games. But Catholic Central, Cooper Craggs is doing what Cooper Craggs does. Chaz Lewis is, running the show at the point and spreading the wealth. And then Cam Mays is showing that he's the X factor that everyone expected him to be.
Yep. CC not showing much effect of last night's loss to Detroit King. The Shamrocks opened the season on Tuesday night with an impressive 62-51 win over DEPSA.
Right. Yep.
And followed it up with a loss to King last night. But that's nothing to sneeze at. We have King ranked in the top 5 in our poll, and a team that we will have coverage of. So CC moves on, and hey, they anybody could finish with a sub-500 record in league play and seriously contend for the state title in the Catholic League.
That's how deep, how talented the Catholic League Central is right now.
The beauty is they can spread it out. You've got Division I and Division II teams both in the Central Division. St. Mary's Division I, UAD Division I.
Well, actually, I think
they all are Division
D1,
I. I apologize. I'm thinking football.
Yeah.
My bad. We stay at 22-11 after the missed free throws. Chaz Lewis across the timeline, the sophomore guard. Part of the super sophomore tandem in that starting lineup. TJ Nadeau the other. In right now, though, is Brady Hewer, and he turns it over. And on the run the other way, Jamison lay in good. 13 points for the Huskies. And Jamison has all 13, I believe. We'll get another look at this. Jamison just takes off, and he's gone. Look at this finish. Through contact, a couple players. Jamison is getting looked at, I believe. Let's get another look. He may have hit his head on that fall. And
they're keeping him in the game.
They're going to keep him in the game. That's a good sign. Okay, here we go.
We're getting our first look at TJ Nadeau. Did not start.
He popped in there one other time, I believe. But, yeah, he has not. It was not in the starting lineup. You're right. Cooper Cragg's shot is blocked. Jamison has it. Put on a clinic coast to coast against Nadeau. Powers it up. No, got his own miss. Powers it up again and scores it. It's a man amongst boys.
That is vintage.
His dad wanted the foul. He had a good argument. The Shamrocks 22, Tyler Jamison 15.
Never gives up on the play.
No, he did not. Craggs against 2 defenders. Missed it short. Rebound ripped off.
Wanted the contact, wanted the foul, didn't get it.
Kanye Cole with the rebound, an active, emotional kid off the bench that helped spark Brian Jamison and company. Jamison in his 23rd year. Longest tenured coach in the MAC. Went to Port Huron Northern, so did his wife, Anna.
Well, I'll tell you, they might be losing this basketball game right now, but Tyler Jamison's putting on a scoring clinic.
All 17 points with 6 minutes left from Jamison, and that is an offensive. Oh, you're kidding. They're going to count it? Or no, just a blocking foul on the floor?
They might have to box and one this guy.
Foul on the floor prior to the shot.
Are they going to count that bucket? I think they did. No, not on the floor. My bad. Okay. We're going to get a late entry into the lineup. This is Evan DeLong, who started the game. Great defender on this team, and a guy that is their second leading scorer. Jamison gets a much-deserved blow. He's kept this team around.
Single-handedly.
Yeah. Mays in the left wing, rips, drives, lost it going up, gets his own fumbled shot, and lays it in with a left-hand reverser. And a technical foul has been called on Brian Jamison.
On Brian?
Oh, excuse me, not on Brian Jamison. On Port Huron Northern, it will go on.
Oh, it was against Catholic Central.
I apologize. It is not. Excuse me. It is on Catholic Central. Thank you. The technical foul is on Cam Mays for CC after the shot. It probably said something.
He might have touched the rim.
Oh, that could have been it. Luke Maher will miss the technical free throw. He'll get one more. CC leads it 24-17. Their lead has been as large as 11 in this game. This is Luke Maher, who is the backup point guard and a good shooter. Port Huron Northern lost 3 games in a row to end the year last year. A lot of injuries. They finished 9-4.
It's going to look weird when you look back historically and you look at all the records, and it's like 22-3, 19-5,
right.
8-4, 2021, because he only played like 12 games because of COVID.
Season with an asterisk. There's a steal. Hewer the other way, laying good. I like this Hewer
kid. Energy play.
Man, he's fun to watch. 9 points against Depsa in the opener, and this kid's going to help CC.
Well, it's, smash mouth basketball.
Yep.
Aaron Babbitts is a smash mouth athletic director.
Oh, boy.
It's not just smash mouth on the football field.
Talked to Aaron yesterday. The football banquet is going on, or he might have been in your hot seat during this contest. You might have had to wrestle him for it. You wouldn't want to do that. That would not be a good idea to wrestle the former all-Catholic and all-state wrestler and football player Aaron Babbitts, the current athletic director.
He does a great job.
The Shamrocks.
Hillsdale alum.
Yes, he does. Great job. Shout out Chargers. Top side, Nadeau fakes the 3, steps into a running 15-foot free throw line gunner, and it falls. How about that move?
See, that's crafty.
From the sophomore, TJ Nadeau.
That's playing older than your age.
Yeah.
That's a senior move.
Sure is.
Sophomore did that. Pump fake, get your defender in the air, go right past him into the leaner.
17 points, 6 steals, and 6 rebounds. Stuffed the stat sheet in the opening night win against Depsa back on Tuesday night.
Depsa's running the Oakland County Gauntlet. They had North Farmington last night.
They're not afraid to play anybody.
North
Honorary members of the Catholic League almost, along with Detroit King.
I want to say lost to North Farmington by like 10.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Ryan Hurst, another big offensive explosion for North Farmington. I think he had 34.
He's a sound player.
Had 29 in the opener.
My goodness. Port Huron Northern will check into the lineup. Jared McRobbie off the bench, a nice 6'5" option. They've got some size here. McRobbie off the bench at 6'5". Dunkel starting center at 6'6". Tyler Jamison 6'5". I mean, there's some guys with some size. Ball out of bounds entry pass was bobbled around out on that baseline. I didn't see what became of it, but looks like a 1-and-1. Was there a foul? Okay, we're going to get free throws, I think. Off the ball foul. They're over the limit, and so now we'll get a 1-and-1 after the 7th team foul from Catholic Central. So Port Huron Northern line right to shoot a 1-and-1 coming up.
It's correctable after the next whistle. It absolutely is, right?
So now we had the one run to the Final Four with Novi, but I think back to the year before that run, I think it was 17, and he lost in the regional final at the buzzer. And when you looked at the tape, the shot shouldn't have counted. So he might have gone to 2 straight Final Fours if it hadn't been for.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, hey.
You're going to be on 3.
It's that close for some people.
And it was actually Kevin McAdoo who hit the game winner in that regional final.
West Bloomfield.
Who plays right now at U of D.
Over there.
On this floor.
By way of Bradley, by way of Eastern Michigan.
Yeah. That's basketball in 2021, man.
Yes, sir. Had a good time covering Kevin McAdoo. His daddy played here.
Yep.
Missed free throw. Jamison with the offensive rebound. And he'll kick it out.
Assist leader here.
Cole for 3, no. Is that right? Is it Bob?
Kevin.
Kevin
Jr. I mean, Kevin Sr., and then this is Kevin Jr.
That's right. Dead spot left. This is Reese Jones with the basketball. Kick out Lulis. 3 balls through. Chaz Lulis.
Both these sophomores, they play so composed. Lulis and Nadu. They definitely don't play or look like sophomores on the floor.
6 point for Chaz. Jamison, meanwhile, doing his thing down low. Gets his own miss, puts it back, and it blocked.
Good defense by Craggs.
Yes. Now, much like Lakeshore's point guard Jackson.
I wonder if Craggs, when the whistle blows, he's in Tyler's ear. Hey, come to Oakland with me. You can be a force in the front court.
You think that goes on? I think so.
I think Jamison's another guy that really fits Campy's coaching style.
Yep. Offers from Grand Valley and Saginaw Valley, if you're wondering, for this kid Tyler Jamison. But MAC schools and Patriot League schools love him and believe that there is a scholarship offer coming at the Division I level. Topside 3 on the way. Luke Maher, no ball bounces around.
Jamison's only a junior. You got to remember that.
That's right. And it's ripped out by Reese Jones. Jones to Craggs. And now Lulis surveys the defense. Great ball movement down the avenue. And a whistle and a foul.
Heward
getting rewarded for attacking the rim. He's had a fine game today. Brady Heward.
Gritty competitor. Makes the most of every time the ball goes into his hands.
That he does. Catholic Central has 2 state titles to their credit in school history, 1961 and 1976.
The 76 team had, no, I'm thinking of the.
Frank Tanana, I believe, was on that club.
Was he?
If I'm not mistaken. I believe so. I could be wrong.
I know Tanana was a really good basketball player.
I believe he did play. Oh, yeah.
His dad was too.
Was he?
Yeah.
Is that right?
His dad was a Catholic League star back in like the 30s.
Okay.
40s.
Good knowledge. The Shamrocks have a 2-touchdown lead in Detroit with 3:20 left until halftime. Glad you're with us on the prep via NFHS. The Huskies trying to get something going against this pressure defense by CC. Jamison, left wing 3, Craggs with a rebound. Three ball left wing. It's the defense that is wanting to be the calling card this year. Brandon Sanawi says, look, we got to play better defense. Look at that pass. How about it from Reese Jones to Craggs, sharing the sugar on a Sunday here at Calihan. How about that one? It's the backup point guard.
Brady Heward, his first call, team's 8.
It's the 5th point of the game for Chaz Lulis.
You know, the guy that I was thinking of, I think it was in the early 80s or late 70s, was, I'm guessing, Kevin Wentz's dad, Greg. Kevin's on this Catholic Central team right now.
Okay.
Greg played at Duke, I want to say.
Ah, okay.
But I think that was after the 76. I think that was in the late 70s, early 80s.
Okay, we'll have to check that. Maybe our fans out there will respond on social media. Free throws are split. Left corner 3.
Jamison board.
Jamison again. Doing it all. Lost the handle at midcourt. The throw ahead. Went. Got it. Kevin Went, the captain.
He heard us. His ears were buzzing. We were talking about him and his dad.
3 years on varsity. 7th man on this team. But very meaningful and impactful minutes. Jamison with a sneaky pass down low. So try to get it down to McRobbie. Mayer now to the right wing. Against this pesky Shamrock defense. Jamison 3 ball no good. And Lulis with a run out. A 2-on-none. Pass too low, Huron handles. Kick out right corner, 3 too long. But Lulis with a reset. Dead spot left 3, no. And Jamison says that's enough. And he'll get fouled at midcourt to stop the rush.
Okay, so the best player on that Catholic Central State Championship in '76 was a guy named Rob Gonzalez. I think he played at State.
Okay.
But that team posted a 25-3 record, won the Catholic League, and then its run to the state championship included a win over Magic Johnson's Lansing Everett team. Wow. The year before Magic won it.
Magic's junior year.
Yeah, it was Magic's junior year.
Wow. Impressive. Was Norton the coach then? Is that a Norton?
Catholic Central, that would have.
Or I'm sorry, I
sure
apologize.
Let me see.
No, it would have been, no. Bernie Holowicki, would it not be?
Yeah, it would have been Holowicki.
Yeah, Holowicki. Apologize.
He was there
to
forever.
CC fans for Brother Rice reference. My bad. Topside show and go with Reese Jones playing some meaningful minutes off the bench. And so was this guy coming in. This is left Terry Theodoro.
Left Terry Theodoro.
That rolled off your tongue, not mine. That's right.
Because of my crime writing, I'm used to having to pronounce and alliterate.
It's that Bloomington education.
Yes. Go IU.
I'll support that. So will Matt Derry. Right wing Lulis attacks the 10. Mid-post runner, no. Offensive stick back, no. That's Joey Nasco. Tall, lanky junior center that's going to get rewarded and goal line left. This kid doesn't look anything short of 6'8". How about some size here?
It's nice if you can bring a 6'8" kid off your bench.
Which is nice. UAD and Macomb Dakota's next. We expect that to be a solid basketball game.
Two great coaches, Pat Donnelly, Paul Tocco.
UAD might have something to say about that. UAD has had a great week of basketball.
Everyone talks about Sonny Wilson, but Chris Mutebi.
5 returning starters.
Charles Turner.
Sure. Xavier Banks.
Yeah, Xavier Banks.
I mean, they're loaded. Jamison pull up mid-post jumper, no. And a great athletic play to keep it alive by Nasco.
Nice pass.
Lulis to finish it.
Nice pass by number 15, left Terry Theodoro.
Of course it's him. Going to call him left
Theodoro.
Left Terry. When your name's Left Terry, it's like Madonna. You just need one name. Cool name. Jamison high in the left hash.
Madonna. Shout out to the Rochester Adams Highlanders.
That's right. Ranked 9th in our poll. Shamrocks 40, Huskies 20. Final possession for Tyler Jamison and company. Jamison has 18 of the 20. Pull up 14-footer, rolls off, no. Fight for the rebound. And with 1 second left, Jamison fires at the buzzer and misses the second triple on that set. 20-point Shamrock lead as we head to the 4th. We've got a dandy for you coming up after this. Don't go anywhere. UAD, Jesuit, and Macomb Dakota. We're in Detroit. We're glad you're with us on the Preps coverage of the 5th annual CHSL Mac Calihan Challenge. Thanks for watching.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so that interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
We want to pass along our condolences and celebrate the life of Tom Rashid. And in loving memory of Tom Rashid, passed away last week. Tom was a tremendous gift to not only the MHSAA, but also to the Detroit Catholic League, where he was the head of for 18 years and really took this league to another level. And we will miss him. Tom Rashid, gone much too early at the age of 65. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Rashid family and with all those that love him and miss him. Welcome back to halftime. Detroit Catholic Central 40, Port Huron Northern 20. My name is Chad Bush. This is the Preps coverage of the Calihan Challenge. And we want to give you a look back at the first half and how Catholic Central got this thing going. They have controlled this game, and they have contained Mr. Jamison a bit. He has 18 to the 20 points. Tyler Jamison, you see the lay-in there, but Chaz Lulis and the Shamrocks have been in control for most of this game. And they've had some big contributions from the wild card, Cam Mays, the 6'5 senior with some big moments in this one. And then you see the Dennis Rodman-like Josh Ross off the bench. Cooper Craggs was a big story in the first half. And he led the way for Catholic Central in this game. And you get a chance to see Mays there doing great work. All in all, 11 of 17 from the floor for Catholic Central. Free throws, just 2 of 4. You saw Northern and Tyler Jamison try to get some things going. They stuck around in the first quarter. Jamison can only do so much. The Shamrocks have a 20-point lead. And, again, played yesterday, so it's never easy. I know these are kids, and they have young legs, and, you know, they play 5 AAU games in a day. But, you know, you still got to stay focused. And CC, for the most part of this one, has looked focused and quite balanced, led by Craggs, Mays, Lulis, Hewer, and company. So Catholic Central with a 40-20 lead over the Huron Northern Huskies. And you see a little bit of work there. How about that dish from Reese Jones? And the Shamrocks had it all going on in the first half. And our number 10 team in the poll right now at the break leads it by a score of 40-20. We'll take a timeout and come back to Calihan Hall in a moment. Shamrocks in control now in Game 3. UAD and Dakota coming up right after this one. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching. This is the Prep via NFHS.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so the interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Calihan Hall and the Calihan Challenge right here on the PreP. His name is Scott Bernstein. My name is Chad Bush. We're halfway through this event. We're exactly halfway through. We've played 2 games. De La Salle knocked off East Point. Brother Rice knocked off Lakeshore. And now Catholic Central is looking to get the Catholic League to 3-0 in this challenge as they try to hold off Port Huron Northern. The Shamrocks with a 20-point lead at the break.
You know, if I was Vic Michaels, I might think about picking up the phone between now and next December and maybe changing this up to an OAA Red Catholic League crossover.
That's a fair concept.
I think they would match up a little better.
Right wing Nadeau for 3, and that's down. Nadeau's first triple of the game. And the Shamrocks.
I like his lettuce. I like his hair.
It's nice.
I like your hair too.
Oh well, thank
you. If I got my hair back, I want it to be just like Chad's.
Well, you're kind. You're kind. Thank you. You know,
it's got some great locks.
It's gray now. It's gray.
Well, I'd be gray and bald, so.
Well, hey, look, man, you wear it well at least. Some guys can't pull off the sexy bald head. You do.
Thank you.
Left wing 3, back iron miss, no. Lulis tapped it out of bounds, and the Huskies will keep it. Right to left in white. They come over from the MAC Blue. They won the gold in 2020. Second in the MAC Blue last year to Lakeshore, a team that lost to Brother Rice a season ago.
So I think what they try to do, I think they try to get the winners from all the different
championships,
color leagues.
Yes. Oh, no doubt.
Within the MAC.
Jamison leans in, somehow keeps possession, and lays it in. And he continues his surge.
And when you're looking at this game, Nadu gets fouled at the head of the line. It's just, you know, they don't. Port Huron Northern just flatly does not have the horses to go head to head with this Catholic Central team. They have one horse.
Yeah, and they'll certainly have more opportunities
in their league.
When they're playing equal competition to show that they have horses to play in their league. But yeah, it's going to be tough against anybody playing against anybody from the Central Division this year. I mean, you can have your hands full, and you're going to be an underdog on most nights.
But you're talking about Port Huron Northern team where Jamison's got 20 of their 21.
Bounces it down left block, and it's not like he's hogging the ball.
Right.
He's trying to get it to guys, and that time he does get it to a guy. His center, Charles Dunkel, smart kid with a nice finish and knack around the bucket at 6'6" and a junior. 45-23.
Good ball movement.
Sure was.
Lewis directing traffic.
Jamison has his left thumb wrapped. Craggs in the left wing with Greg Campy watching his future college coach. Lays it in, counted and a foul.
That's just Cooper Craggs doing what Cooper Craggs does, is just muscling people, finishing at the basket, making you pay for allowing him to get you down on the blocks like that.
Taking it to the 10. 14 points now for Craggs to lead the way.
He's got great touch underneath the basket and on his outside shot.
Really does. Greg Campy offered him his junior year when they saw him his sophomore year in the semifinals, district semifinals against Canton. Campy came to that game and texted Sanawi afterwards and said, hey, that Cooper Craggs kid, he's the real deal. We like him. And then months later, he would get an offer. And Campy would put his money where his mouth is and offer him a scholarship.
And Brandon sent Trey Maddox over to OU from his Novi days.
Sure did.
Maddox started for Greg Campy.
Good point.
And then went into the portal and now is at University of California Fullerton, I think.
Okay. Cal Fullerton's not a bad place to be.
And is doing really well out in the Big West, I think.
Good.
Averaging double digits.
West Coast Conference?
Yeah.
Big West?
I think it's the Big West.
Jamison's going to go line left. Shamrocks up by 25 points now. They get Chaz Lulis with a foul. That's just his first. 15 points for Craggs to lead the way. 8 points in the game for Cam Mays, second leading scorer in the contest. Returning to the lineup for the Shamrocks is number 10, Josh Ross, the super sub. And Cam Mays gets a much-deserved breather. Meanwhile, Port Huron Northern checks Ryan Collins out in favor of number 14, Evan DeLong. Also in the lineup, number 1, Luke Maher for the Huskies. Shamrocks by 24. 5:29 to go in the third. Halfway through this outstanding day of excellence in the Catholic League in Calihan Hall. Cooper Craggs steps out.
So soft. Charmin soft touch. Right in front of his future college coach sitting on the baseline.
Confident. And it is a soft stroke. What would you say, 15 feet in?
Babies it, yeah.
And he can shoot the three, can't he?
He can shoot the three real well.
Ross forces a turnover, and Nadu on the run. Short corner right, push shot, no. Craggs has his back, and another 2 points. And he now has 19 in this game, and CC starting to run away with a 26-point lead.
I got him for 8 boards already.
28-point lead. Left corner, 3 in front of his own bench, too long. Craggs with a rebound. Lulis on the run. 4 on 3 to the rack, lays it up, and short. Rebound stick back. Ross, you betcha. And the Shamrocks with their largest lead now at 30 with 4:20 left.
I was going to say Crags will have a double-double before the 2-minute mark of the third quarter.
Impressive. Yeah, the rebounds continuing to pile up. Cragg steps in and disrupts again.
Gets a steal.
Nadu ahead. Glasser up and good. How about that? Brady Hewer with a finish.
They got two X factors. Cam Mays is an X factor, and Brady Hewer is an X factor.
How about that? Everybody on the floor with 6 or more points. Everybody having fun here with a 32-point Shamrock lead. 3:58 to go in the third quarter. Thanks for hanging out. De La Salle a winner in Game 1. Brother Rice a winner in Game 2. CC on their way to make the CHSL 3-0 as we roll on the Calihan Challenge.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
The Shamrocks, the Catholic Central lead at 56-24. And get a look there at Tyler Jamison doing as much as he can do. He has 20 of the 24 Husky points, but CC has too many weapons and hitting them from every which way, including a big pop between the eyes for number 25, double C's, Cooper Craggs. Big, big day, 19 points and over 10 rebounds now, I believe. We'll confirm that. Here's a steal. Ross, the super sub. And this thing's flipping over quite a few times there. Brandon Sanawi pops off that bench for Catholic Central. Get a look at the replay here, and near steal by Kanye Cole. Cooper Craggs with another bucket, and he's now the game's high scorer with 21 points as he surpasses Jamison of Port Huron Northern. Craggs, a guy that 4-year varsity kid, 3-year starter, can go downhill and can also pick and pop a little bit, Bernie. Like you said, I mean, he does a bunch of different things, inside, outside, rebound, block shots, steal. I mean, this is a complete player.
In terms of a new era front court prospect, you know, you want your guys to be big. You want them to be crafty, but, you know, you want them to have good touch around the basket, but they need to be able to shoot the rock. And,
That's right.
Cooper Craggs can bang on the blocks. He's not going to miss baskets at point-blank range, and he's going to be able to knock them down from downtown.
And he's going to set up teammates like that as Josh Ross finishes the hoop and the harm from Cooper Craggs, and you see the assist
facilitating
ability
from the high post. Another thing that a new era big needs to be able to do.
That's right.
Basketball has completely changed over the last decade. It's evolving. It's ever evolving. It's a positionless game right now.
Yeah, that's right. We saw a lot of that with Brother Rice and their positionless basketball, and
I just think
CC has a lot of that too.
I just think back to when I was in high school and there was a kid on my team that was 6'8", and all he would do was go into the gym and shoot three-pointers, and I'd yell at him nonstop. What are you doing? You're never going to take that shot. And if I ever saw him now, I'd give him the biggest hug and be like, you were so ahead of the curve. You knew the future.
That's right. Cole with a foul. And back the other way they go. Yeah, it's changed. You're not going to get yelled at as much if you're over 6'6" and stepping out, stretching the floor.
You have to.
The stretch floor. Yeah. Spread the floor. Let guys operate like Cooper Craggs. Just misses there.
Rare miss underneath him.
Yeah.
Bucket.
61-24. This is a 35-point lead. The clock is not running. So that might be a.
Maybe they wait till 40 and then even if it dips below 40, it stays running.
Yeah. Craig's looking for more. The game's high score, stuck on 21 points, gets his own miss.
That's his double-double right there. He's got his 10th rebound.
Yeah? Well, there you have it. 21 and 10 for Craggs with 2:47 to go in the third quarter. TJ Nadeau will take a seat, and back into the Shamrock lineup is number 2. That's Kevin Wendt, the captain, and the third-year varsity member. And he'll check Tyler Jamison across the timeline. Jacob Clark down low. Nice looking pass there, but Kanye Cole couldn't finish. Lulis no look down to Cooper Craggs, and he's fouled going up. That's going to go on Jamison. That'll be his 4th.
I love the way Chaz Lulis runs this team. I keep on saying it, but it's like he's 15 going on 25.
Yeah.
In terms of his ability to operate an offense, quarterback a basketball team on the hardwood.
Yeah, and he does it really from both sides of the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, you see him; he's part of their defensive leadership as well. And yeah, a two-way guy that does so many great things. And
he's setting guys up. He's scoring for himself. He's pace setting.
Only freshman to make the All-Catholic team last year. As Craggs gets the free throw, splits the pair. Got them both, pardon me. Right corner 3, no. And tough luck hop into the
now we're at a running clock.
Northern bench. The clock is now running as it is a 40-point lead for the Shamrocks. We saw game 1 get to the 40-point level as well with De La Salle and East Point. Little tighter game for Brother Rice and Lakeshore.
Oh, great pass.
Nonetheless, Brother Rice pulls away in the end, winning by 17.
Yeah.
Cooper Craggs with a finish.
Exclamation point from Cooper Craggs.
That's right. 23 to lead the way. Pull up. Jamison, left elbow. Quenches. Give him 22. The two stars are starting to shoot on a Sunday here in Detroit. A lot of accuracy in those shots. Jump shot no good.
Look at Craggs still being pesky and active. It's a 40-point game. Your Division I signee is still mixing it up, trying to get his hands in the passing lanes. That's the type of thing that sets examples and standards for the rest of the program.
That's right. You can build a program around a guy like that does the things the right way.
When your best player is your hardest working player, you know, that bodes well for the rest of your team.
Well said. The floater off the mark for Maher. The loose change pickup by Felipe Mitchell, no good. The senior forward. Chaz Lulis back the other way.
Good ball rotation.
3 ball. Reese Jones, no. Saved by Lulis. And a reset as time winds down here in a running clock. Third quarter, and CC in control, up by 40 points, 66-26. UAD Jesuit and Macomb Dakota's next. Lulis fouled going up on the right block. And it looks like Kanye Cole might have got him as time will run out here in the third quarter.
They stopped the clock.
Yeah. Not sure why.
Yeah, I'm not either.
It's been a long weekend for the
Clock
Detroit
operator?
Mercy. Well, Detroit Mercy Facilities has been working overtime. They had a basketball game, a big win, a 20-point win over Western Michigan for Mike Davis. And Detroit Mercy yesterday.
Former Hoosier.
Yes, sir. Luke Maher from the corner for 3. And that gets the Huskies a little closer. Time winding down, and the shot will not get off. And that's how we end the third quarter. Shamrock 67, Huskies 29. Dominating fashion, continuing the trend here for the Catholic League in the 5th annual CHSL back Calihan Challenge. We're coming back here on the Prep's coverage of Full Court Prep at Calihan Hall right after this.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back to Calihan Hall. My name is Chad Bush. Let's take a look at the Calihan Challenge. De La Salle took care of East Point 85-36. That's a final. That was game one. Brother Rice followed suit and knocked off Lakeshore 63-46. And here we are, Catholic Central at Port Huron Northern in game three. Glad you're with us. Start of the fourth quarter. And the short corner left, soft touch shot by Jared McRoby is down. And the Huskies have crossed the 30-point mark, 67-31. Tyler Jamison with a steal. And looking to add to his 22-point tally. Euro step finish, good. And both stars have gone over 20 points tonight. I say both stars. There's several on this court, but two headliners for each side. Thank you.
The guys that are on the marquee.
Catholic Central has checked into the lineup. Aaron Ribicki for the first time, a junior forward. And he gives way to Joey Naxco, reserve center. Ribicki with it. Back for a three-ball attempt from Jackson Collins, who's checked in, a senior reserve forward. And now Jamison back the other way. And fouled going up. Foul by Andrew Moss, reserve center. Jamison will go line left and try to add to his 24-point tally here on this Sunday afternoon. How was your weekend?
Feels like a Saturday.
Yeah, hasn't it flown by?
It's good.
Did you get a chance to get out to some games?
Yeah, well, it was strange yesterday that the first weekend we haven't had football.
Yeah, it was. Heisman represented football, which it feels incomplete, doesn't it?
Yeah. I stopped by North Farmington, their showcase yesterday.
Yeah. What did you learn from that?
I learned that Robert Davis is maybe a little bit better than I had given him credit for.
Yeah.
I was saying that a lot of his scoring was being done in the lower level of the OAA.
Yep.
And then I probably didn't rank him high enough. But he's 6'6", and probably the best, or one of the best outside shooters in the whole area. It was a leading scorer in the OAA last year. And he was on fire last night.
Was he?
10 three-pointers, pulling up on the break from like 30 feet, Steph Curry mode.
Yeah. I know his mother, Lakita Gans, quite well. She's a friend, and I've watched Robert from afar for a long time.
I'm just upset that he left Oakland County.
Yeah. Well, Hamtown's gain, Oakland County's loss. He did grace us with his presence in Oakland County for a minute at Farmington.
Yep.
As you mentioned, led the OAA in scoring, 24.5 points per game a year ago. Different competition, of course,
Played
at
with
that level.
As a sophomore, played with Jay Nakins.
That's right.
That's at Michigan State right now. Learned some of the tricks of the trade in the backcourt.
Yep. Started his career at UAD Jesuit, did Robert Davis.
And then Akins left for his senior year and left Robert Davis kind of all alone last year at Farmington. And he didn't have enough of a supporting cast to make that thing work.
Yep.
Scored a lot of points.
Topside three is down. That's Ryan Collins. Collins gets on the scoreboard. Give him three. And the Shamrocks lead is 32 points. Steal again. Maher, and that's swatted out of there. Nasco. It's nasty. Says,
And then on Friday, I saw Bloomfield Hills. Who's a team that, team around here that people should be aware of.
Yeah, they've got a rising coach. that's
yeah,
doing
Phil
some nice
Kirchin.
things. I know you like him a lot.
But they've got a starting 5 that can stack up against anybody in the OA right now.
All Bloomfield Hills High School did was go to the state championship game. Their first year in existence.
Yep. And who knows what would have happened if they had their full roster during that state championship game.
Yeah, remind me of that.
Second best player, Khalil Gracie, was unavailable from the quarterfinals forward because of legal problems.
Oh, boy. Okay. I forgot about that one.
So scored 36 in the regional. Was about to get offered by 3 or 4 Division I schools, and came out that he was breaking into houses.
My goodness. Well.
And really, it cost them a chance at the state championship. They played Muskegon and Deontay Davis.
Yeah.
Just couldn't hang with them. They didn't have their Scottie Pippen. Their Michael Jordan was Yanti Mayton.
That's right. Georgia product. Playing professionally now, I believe. Is it in the G League?
In the G League. He's been up and down with some. He was on the Heat for a short period of time.
Right. Huskies are going to go to their bench, and they will check out Felipe Mitchell along with Jared McRobbie. And into the lineup comes Dunkel, who returns, along with number 25, Ryan Mayer.
But Bloomfield Hills has a lot of size.
Two-handed hanger from the big boy. Joey Nasco getting nice on the rim.
Bloomfield Hills has 4 guys that are 6'5" or above, and they got a rising star, not just as a coach in Phil Kirchin, but a rising star of a point guard, Noah Adamczyk.
Okay.
Who I'm sure people will know by the end of this year.
Did he make it to your top?
He didn't make it in my
players?
top 25 in the state.
Yeah. Okay.
But he was in my top 15 in Oakland County.
Okay. Dig that. We'll keep an eye on him. Appreciate the insight.
Another guy that really took his game to another level in the offseason in terms of athleticism.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on him. Meanwhile, under 2 minutes left in this game, and CC has dominated really since the midway point of the first quarter.
Bloomfield Hills is my preseason favorite out of the OA White, which is the second best division.
Who else in the Clarkston, Orchard Lake, St. Mary's coming up on Thursday. Speaking of OAA and CHSL.
I'll be there on Thursday at Clarkston. OA Red this year, you got, Clarkston's the tried and true. They had won 14 straight OA Red titles before last year. And then you got North Farmington, you got Ferndale.
Bucket from Jackson Collins, senior forward, with a nice lay-in. The Shamrocks have 73 points with 60 seconds left.
And then you got Adams. So OA Red race will be very tight, very hotly contested.
Yeah, Adams is an interesting story. We ranked him 9th ahead of Clarkston.
You got Gunnar Walters back.
Yeah, I think they've got some things there. So does Clarkston. That'll be a good battle.
I hate when I see
tip drill.
Great players leave the state. But
look at this.
I get super excited when I see those great players come back.
That's fun.
Gunnar Walters.
Gunnar Walters left and came back. How about the 3 from the corner? Splash City. That's left Terry Theodoro for 3.
Yeah, Gunnar's dad, Rex
5
Walters.
points. Where did Walters leave to?
Gunnar left with his dad, who took a job at Wake Forest. His dad was an assistant coach on the Pistons.
Yeah, Rex.
Took a job with Wake Forest and was in Winston-Salem.
Not to be confused with Rex Chapman.
Right.
Dead spot right 3, no good. I did that a couple times.
Rex Chapman was probably the better NBA player.
Yeah.
But Rex Walters had a pretty good career.
Timeout on the floor. The game is over. 76-37. The Shamrocks run away from the Huskies of Port Huron Northern. Game number 3 is in the books and complete from Calihan Hall. We'll bring it back with a highlight package and put this baby to bed. Don't go anywhere. UAD Jesuits in the house, and they're getting ready to take on Macomb, Dakota. We're back in a moment to put a bow on the show from Calihan Hall.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
(76-37). Detroit Catholic Central cleans up and bounces back after last night's loss to get a victory to go to 2-1 on the year. CC got a win against DEPSA back on Tuesday. They get a win here on Sunday. A great week to go 2-1 against Northern King and DEPSA. Let's take a look at the highlights. Chaz Lewis with a miss, but the stick back. Then the other way. We saw a lot in the first half from Brady Hewer and Cam Mays, not as much in the second. But Scott, so many people got involved from Catholic Central in this game. You know that Brandon Sanawi had to be happy.
Yeah, you know, he was able to show off all of his shiny toys, and Cooper Craggs looked outstanding. Chaz Lewis looked remarkable. The role players all, you know, lived up to their end of the bargain. TJ Nadu was a little quiet, but you know, I mean, you didn't really need him. And then, you know, like we were talking about the X factors, Heward and Cam Mays were the guys that were telling everyone you can't pay too much attention to Cooper Craggs or Chaz Lewis because we're here to bite you if you do.
And then we saw the bench get involved. Collins and Nasco and Moss and left Terry. CC had a nice complete game victory, 76-37 over Port Huron Northern. And we want to thank all the folks for watching, making the broadcast possible. I want to thank Scott Bernstein and your executive producer, Ali Hadi, Robert Sherby as well. Thanks so much. Time to say goodbye from Calihan Hall. Once again, your final score, Detroit Catholic Central goes to 2-1 on the year with a 76-37 win over Port Huron Northern. Northern goes to 1-1. Thanks for watching. My name is Chad Bush. We are the Prep via NFHS. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Watch us in our game coming up, UD Jesuit in Macomb, Dakota, right here on NFHS. We're coming at you next.